Cheese making? I know what you're thinking. AB, cheese making is so extra and so difficult. Why would I do that? But I'm here to tell you that you can make fresh homemade mozzarella cheese in your kitchen in less than 30 minutes with only 2 ingredients, or 3 if you decide to use salt. Let's get started. Okay, let me show you what you need to get started to make homemade mozzarella. First, you need a tablespoon measurer, a slotted spoon, a thermometer, an empty bowl, a bowl filled with cold water. The cold water is very important. A Dutch oven or another pot with a lid, distilled white vinegar, and whole milk or raw milk. You'll want to make sure that your milk is either raw milk or whole milk that's not ultra pasteurized. If you get ultra pasteurized or any other alternative milks or like 2% milk, it will be very rubbery and gross. So I just don't recommend it for cheese making, but definitely whole milk or raw milk. Okay, let's get started. We're gonna start by putting my Dutch oven on the stove and setting it at a medium-low heat. Mine goes from 1 to 9, so mine is at 4. So now we add a gallon of milk. Make sure it's whole milk or raw milk. And now you'll put your thermometer in and watch until it gets to about 115 degrees. This one is supposed to clip on, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna hold off on that for now and consistently check it every 30 seconds or so. But then you just want to continually stir to make sure that the milk heats evenly. You'll stir for about 5 to 10 minutes while you wait for it to heat up to 115 degrees. I'm gonna check the temperature. It's not quite to 100 yet, so I'm gonna keep stirring. It's been about 5 minutes. My darling husband is holding it for me so I can track the temperature and not have to check every 30 seconds. Thank you. It is slowly inching up to 115. And as soon as it hits 115, we're going to add 14 tablespoons of white distilled vinegar. So now we're going to add 14 tablespoons of distilled white vinegar. You can see it start to curdle, and then you're going to turn the heat off. And then start to stir it for about 30 seconds to get the white vinegar incorporated. Now this part may not look the most appetizing, but I promise it'll taste really good. Okay, now that we've stirred it for 30 seconds, I'm going to take my slotted spoon out. Making sure that the heat on the stove is turned off, I'm going to place my lid on for 5 minutes and then come back and check on it. Now that the time's up, I'm gonna remove my lid, and look at that, you have mozzarella cheese at the top. So now I'll take my slotted spoon and just drag all of it to one side. You can see there that it's in the making of mozzarella cheese. We have to heat it up and stretch it, but it's gonna be so yummy. So now you'll move it to a bowl so you can get the excess whey out. And you'll just keep scooping the cheese out. And make sure you get almost all the way out. And then if you don't, it's okay because we'll be squeezing it out. But you want to make sure to start, you get as much whey out as possible. Look at that. So now we'll just be squishing out the excess whey, and you want to do this gently because it's not fully formed yet. We need to heat it to 160 degrees and then pull it but you'll just want to squish out the excess whey gently and make sure that it is completely dry before you start heating it and pulling it. Also, the cheese is a little hot, so if you want to use rubber gloves, that is okay. I like to just use clean washed hands because I like to feel the cheese, but if it's too hot for you or if it grosses you out, you can feel free to use gloves. So now we're just squishing out the excess whey. Once you squeeze out the whey, you're going to want to transfer it to another bowl to heat it in the microwave. Since there's so much, you may need to do that a couple times. Now this isn't the finished product. It may look kind of cottage cheesy, but once we heat it and stretch it, it will look like mozzarella cheese and taste like mozzarella cheese, and it'll be really delicious. Okay, now we're gonna heat these mozzarella balls in the microwave for 30 seconds, stretch them, and then put them back in the microwave for about 30 seconds until they're 160 degrees, and then we'll stretch them again, add some salt, and then put it in the fridge, and you have fresh mozzarella cheese. Let's get going. This is what the cheese looks like after 30 seconds in the microwave, and then I'm going to start balling it. And it will be hot, so just be careful. And some whey may come out while you're doing this, and that's okay. You just want to pour it out when you're done stretching. I'm just going to take the cheese and lightly knead it until it starts resembling mozzarella. This is what it looks like now. You want to do this for a few minutes. Make sure you get any excess whey out. And see how it's starting to be stretchy like mozzarella? All right, now we pour the extra whey out. There's not much, but there's a little bit. So we'll pour it out, put this back in the bowl. Now we'll add just a little bit of salt to the cheese, fold it in. And now you'll want to heat it again for about 25 seconds in the microwave. Okay, now that that's out of the microwave, it's gonna be hot, but we're gonna knead and stretch it again. As you can see, it is super stretchy this time. And again, it is hot, so please be careful. Now you're gonna want to start trying to form it into a mozzarella ball. This is what it looks like. Look at... Okay, now that you have a log of mozzarella, you're going to add it to a bowl of cold water. Don't put ice in yet. Just let it sit in the cold water for about 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes is up, you'll want to add some ice cubes and then let it sit for another 10 minutes. And there you have it. Fresh mozzarella that you can either serve right now or you can wrap it in saran wrap and put it in the fridge to eat when you're ready.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more from scratch cooking content. Have a great day.
And there you have it, fresh mozzarella that is just so yummy.